Hello Starlets, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. We're bringing a little bit of glamour to everyday life. If you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I have a fun, glamorous DIY project for you. You've all seen those like $500 rose boxes that are supposed to last a year, and the big thing now is like metallics. You can get gold, silver, rose gold. I made this much less expensive DIY rose box. I'm going to show you how I made this. Okay, so part of the problem with doing a DIY in New England in the winter where you have to spray paint is you really have to do it outside where there's ventilation, and it's cold outside. So actually, because I'm using silver spray paint, I'm actually wearing a silver puffy coat. This is so old. I've had this forever. It actually really needs to be washed, so I figure using silver spray paint, silver coat, that's my attempt at being warm glam. Got my roses here. I trimmed off all of the leaves and stuff. I didn't film that because it was pretty boring. But I got my white roses to start. Going outside basically to attempt to paint these. Okay, so I'm here in my very unglam barn. I'm really hoping that nobody was watching me go from my house to my garage. Because first of all, that'd be creepy. But also because I literally had to walk back and forth 5 or 6 times because I kept forgetting something. Anyway, this is the second floor of my garage. It's a very unglam space. I'm using spray paint, so I didn't want to do it in any place that I didn't want to get messy. And this also has like a door right here. It's a second floor, so like you can't walk out of the door, but you can open up the door so it can add some ventilation. Anytime you work with spray paint, you want to make sure that you're using ventilation. So this is an easel, just because I needed something that I could use to like hang stuff over old newspapers, which I kind of use, obviously you can tell I've used to spray paint other things. I want to use a hanger to dry my roses. I did 2 test roses because I wanted to try 2 different methods, and I'm gonna check them now. Okay, this is my spray painted rose, and I actually like this one a lot. I think this came out really well. I'm sure this one's still wet, but this is the paint dipped rose that I did. And it's kind of cool. It does give it more of like a porcelain kind of look to it, but it's just not what I was going for, so I'm gonna do them with the spray paint. This is the spray paint I'm using. I actually bought 2 different ones and sort of tested them on newspaper, and this is the one that I liked better. Make sure you shake up the spray and then just start spraying the roses. You wanna spray it kind of like into the roses, and then you wanna do it on the sides. And then what I do is, and you probably could see when I showed you the other ones, is I try to like bend the top. I'm gonna be trimming these way down anyway. So I bend the top to make it like a little hook, and then I just hang it. So I'm just gonna continue on with the spray and keep doing this until all my roses are done. So I finished spraying the roses. I tried to do 2 coats, but actually I ran out of spray paint. Some of them are hanging very easily on my little hangers, others are just slipping off. So I'm trying to get them to not touch while they hang. That actually, I don't know, it's not working with all of them, but I'm doing my best. Probably would help if I had some like clips or something, but I'm actually gonna leave these overnight to make sure that they dry completely. So yeah, so I'm gonna let these dry, and then I will check back in with you for the rest of the DIY. Okay, so now it is 2 days later. I am a little bit more glammed up than I was last time I talked to you. Let me give you a little update on what I did. I actually let the roses dry overnight, the night that I originally sprayed them, and I kind of decided that I felt like I wanted to do a second coat of spray. So I actually went to Joann Fabrics yesterday, bought another can of spray. It was the last one they had. Thank God they had that one. I sprayed them all again. I will actually encourage you, one thing I didn't even think of, because I tried to do it like with ventilation, but it was really cold out, so I didn't have that much ventilation. But one thing I will say is you really should wear a mask, because it's TMI, but I was blowing my nose silver like all night. So yeah, I would wear a mask if you're gonna do this. So basically this is 2 days later, and I think the roses feel pretty dry, and I'm gonna put together the rest of the project. Now, you can actually do this any way that you like. I decided to use this round box. I got this at the Container Store. I liked it because it was like white and glossy already, but I mean, you can really get any size shape box that you want. It's totally up to you. And I actually got this long piece of, this is just like foam. I actually was going to buy a round piece of foam. It was a little bit more money that fit this box, but I couldn't actually find one that was the right size and shape to fit this box. They were either too big or too small. And this long piece of foam right here was on clearance sale. So that's why I grabbed it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So instead of trying to cut around the shape of the box and risking damaging the box, I actually just took a pencil, drew around here. You want it to be just like a little bit smaller than the box because you're gonna put the foam in the box. I'm gonna try to use this razor, try not to ruin my nice marble floor. It's faux marble, but I still don't wanna ruin it. So I actually might put a piece of cardboard underneath this while I cut it because I think that's probably going to help protect the floor, and I have plenty of extra cardboard boxes around. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then you're basically just gonna cut this out. It does not have to look super pretty because you're just gonna stick it in the box. Okay, so I trimmed it, and I actually had to trim it a few times just to squeeze it in the box, and I wanted to make sure it fit, and then I was gonna take it out and show you putting it in the box, but it's in here now, and I do not think it's coming out, I'll be honest with you. One thing I will say is that while I was trimming it, it did kind of crack on the other side a little bit, but now that I fit it in here, it's nice and solid, so don't panic if you think you've kind of messed up trimming this. Next thing you want to do is figure out where you kind of want the roses to sit, like how high up you want them, and then try to trim them. I did this one ahead of time as a sample. Trim it to about that size. You can adjust, but I think I wanna have like a rose that's just a guideline here. Foam is stiffer than I thought. I'm gonna get it in here, make sure that it stays and it is the right height. I think that works. So I'm gonna use this as like my guiding rose. Try to trim them all. I actually have a pair of, these scissors are supposed to cut through anything. These are my mother's, she's had them like forever. I'm gonna trim up my roses and then I'm gonna start fitting these in. Okay, so as you can see, I did the outside row here. This is done. It's actually looking pretty good. I am getting a little low on roses though. I'm really glad that I got 2 dozen. I'm hoping I have enough roses. I only have a few left, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, now I have them all done with a couple to spare. I think overall, pretty glam. And that is how I got these glam DIY silver metallic roses. You could actually add a ribbon if you want. I was going to, but I actually stood at the ribbon store for like an obscene length of time and could not decide on a ribbon that I wanted to put on here. So I'm going ribbonless, people. They do not smell as nice as the real roses, I'm sure. They actually smell like paint. Whew, the fumes are getting to me. Significantly more affordable and I think just as fun. So if you guys enjoyed this DIY and found it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. I don't have an extra hand to, there we go. Thumbs up. If you have any other glam DIY projects that you would like to see me attempt to do on a budget, let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. If you try this out and try to do this yourself, please take a picture, tag me on social media. Let me know in the comments. I want to know how it goes. Remember to wear a mask, people. Ventilation and a mask, I'm telling you. It's super important because you will lose your mind if you don't. A while back I was suffering from anxiety and depression, and I truly believe that beauty and makeup and glamour saved my life, and I believe it can save yours too. So if you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on all my social media channels. The links are all in the description box below, along with links to everything that I used in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.